this for the very first time. A lot of Nigeria, pretty much every Nigerian thought I left because of what happened that last year.
So my people, not be sumotino. Nedu wazobia don't burst out. Nedu wazobia said, I refuse to my career to go down just like that after 1 year when we did don't go most by. So Nedu wazobia went to broadcast. So he went there, he said he did not resign for the Orange Bunch just because of VDM. Say who is VDM for him to resign because of VDM. You know, we have been advising him that for you to be doing a big boy thing, and all those stuff, the best thing to do is just to come back to social media and tender apologies to VDM. Because it's actually what they plan for VDM, that is what by fire to them. You understand? That just orders to back to sell down. It's real. Because they wanted it with D1, wanted to bring VDM down. Unfortunately, it did not work. So Nedu is here another broadcast so a whole view, you understand, to talk, you know, what happened. You know, he did not resign. We all know that even the period that this thing happened, the Orange Bunch, they released a press release of which they mentioned VDM name inside. So Nedu coming out now to come and do a damage control. I think it's very, very late. It's too late for him. So let's watch out what Nedu have to say. You understand? Listen, and before you listen to Nedu, if you know this is your first time coming across Lily Trend TV, please ensure you subscribe so that anytime we drop a video you will get a notification. So let's watch out what Nedu have to say.
This for the very first time. A lot of Nigeria, pretty much every Nigerian thought I left because of what happened that last year, but that wasn't why I left. Now, I started Honest Bunch. I didn't start Honest. I wouldn't say I started. It wasn't called the Honest Bunch. So when I started the podcast, I was on radio. I needed an outlet where I can talk, where I could talk and say my mind. Yes. So I went to the person that was running the place. His name is Best. So I called him because he was a former staff of Cool FM then. So I went there. Sat down. I called him, so we agreed to meet on a particular day. So the day I was going, the guy that was working with me then, Chukudi, I told him to come with me, and there was another guy, Austin. Shout out to him. He lives in the UK now. So we went there together. So we sat down. So I told him this was my idea. This is what I want. And I said, okay, how do we do it? I said, how it's gonna work is you have a production house, you have all the cameras, you have all the team. My own is just come and sit down and talk.
But you had the idea.
Yeah, yes, I had the idea. So we went there. And I said, okay, let's do it 50-50. So we shook hands. Anything that comes is 50-50. You keep 50, I keep 50. The only thing I wasn't collecting money from the YouTube earnings. I didn't think I needed it because I know they needed to pay salaries for those that are working, so I didn't collect it. If money was coming from any other I didn't care. The only place I was collecting money from was from sponsorship or maybe some episode that people paid for. Yeah, you understand? I collected money from it. You get me?
But this was a gentleman's agreement.
It was a gentleman's agreement. No documents. So that was where I made the mistake. Okay. That was where my error started. You understand? So we got there. It was called Frankly Speaking then. Yes. So while we were doing it, it was going well. We got there, it was supposed to be me and Chukudi, and there was this girl that was working with me at it home. So she was an intern on my show on radio. I was like, I'm going to start something. Come with me. Let's go. You can be the girl on it. So that was how I employed her on the show and added Chukudi on the show. So there was this intelligent lady that was at Cool FM before, Naomi. Crystal, so she was working at Glitch then, and I was like, Naomi, and she could talk, so she was on the episode. So from the way she spoke on the episode, we thought, okay, just go stay for the episode. That was how she joined the episode. So it was now 2 ladies and 2 guys.
So you were actually crucial and integral in
bringing I brought everything together.
So you came with the idea, you came with the people.
Yes.
But the people that you're collaborating with, the production
company,
they handled production.
They handled production. They handled the cutting of the teasers. They handled everything. Okay. It was posted on their platform, so that was not a problem for me. So I just felt, okay, when I put something on our platform, you people should get something as well. So that was why I wasn't asking for some other things, just other things that was coming.
Can I ask you a question before you go forward? Why did you feel like you didn't want to, sign any contracts, or
I didn't think of it. Not that I didn't want to. Would I say I was naive?
Beyond that, do you have a personal relationship
I don't think it's you being naive.
Do you have a personal, sometimes when you're like,
exactly, you know me.
Because for me, I also have some business deals with people who, I have a friend, Frank, we've been doing everything together from university days.
And that's the personal relationship I'm talking about.
No, we've done transactions in millions for over 10 to 15 years.
So there's
We've
a-
never
Hey,
signed.
there's a history.
we've
There's-
never
there's a
signed
relationship there.
So, and there are other people like that too.
Right.
I have a very good relationship with Ezekiel Adamu, Bamura. We've never signed anything.
Yeah.
Is Wemouth, I need this. Bamura, Wemouth needs this. And it's been like that. The synergy has been like that for several years, from 2016 to date. So we should not use because people are bad to now blame somebody that is intentionally, that you ought to be good.
I think what Marianne was trying to figure out was there an existing relationship
Yeah,
before
who were colleagues
before?
at Cool FM.
Okay.
So he was a colleague.
Elements of trust
Yeah, there was some sort of an element. It's like me. There's somebody I can never be scared of doing something with tomorrow. It was somebody that was in Cool FM as well. Triumph.
Okay.
Tyrone. Tyrone. I can never be scared of him. You understand? Because if Tyrone wants us to do something,
You're with him.
I'm with him.
Riding.
I wouldn't think of
Got you.
if he calls me, if Wema calls me, I wouldn't be thinking of contract. There's enough people you can't think of contracts. I just now my person be this. Let's go ahead and do it. But one thing you must never, you must always put at the back of your mind is how you see people is not necessarily how they see you.
Yeah.
True.
So we started going on. I'm just gonna wrap it up a bit. Then there's some lady that was doing some Big Brother thing. Now claimed that we were using her name, frankly speaking, with something Gloria or whatever.
Okay.
And then she now was fighting us on the name. So the change of the name now became eminent. We now changed it to The Honest Bunch.
Okay.
You understand? And then we went on. Now, that show was carried on my back, whether I like it or not.
So
Okay.
sorry, at the point where they wanted to change the name, because of course now more than ever they will need to register it.
Yes.
During the process of all of that registration, were you involved in the documentation?
I was not involved. They didn't tell me anything. We just chose the name and they went ahead with the registration. Now, I didn't know. My owner said, we don't change them, we don't register them.
Got you.
When they were dragging me like Tiger Generator last year for something that I was 150% innocent of, with some people there around, they know everything. I'm not going to mention names. They said something. Nedu, we're going to put out a statement that we're suspending you from the show. In my head, I'm like, say what now? Show where I get. You want to suspend you? They crazy ya
Give
ni.
landlord quick notice.
They give landlord quick notice. Are you guys mad? So I was in Enugu for a job. So we got on a call. It was me, my management team then. Both of them, they were on the call. So when they said that thing in that meeting, we're going to put out that we're suspending you. And then one of the management team now said, wait, Nedu, for this person to say that they are going to put out a suspension, what's your arrangement with this thing? And I said, did you go sign a contract? And I said, no. I said, there it is.
That's where the
Then the next day, they now did search at CAC. Now found out that when they were registering the Honest Bunch, they registered it as 100% their product.
oh.
I didn't want to leave. I was going to wait for it to die down. But when I saw that one that they registered it as 100% their product, I'm like, no. Let me say, I'm not fit. But the truth is they threw me under the bus. That's how I see it.
You feel like they threw you
That's how
under
I
the bus?
felt.
Why do you feel like
Because I mean, if you can tell yourself the truth, every time anything trended about that show, it was me they were insulting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whether I was there
You
or
took
not.
it. Took it.
I took the whole
in fact,
bullet.
It was called Nedu podcast.
It was called Nedu's podcast. So because I was saying the truth every time, I was saying what I felt, what I knew. So it was always about me. Even when I'm not there, episode 1 I'm not there, I made them go still insult. So I felt the show grew on my back.
Yes,
Definitely.
it did.
So the show that grew on my back, when it was now time for you guys to fight for me,
Yeah.
you didn't. You rather say,
And when you left and they saw that it wasn't working as it used to, that was when they were trying to reach out to you
Yes.
to come back.
Yes.
Not because
So there was
they
a moment
wanted
of
you.
pause.
There was a moment of pause. No,
Not because they want to fight.
But even if they want him back, now that they now have that audience, was there any contract, something they were offering to have
nothing.
you back?
Nedu, were there any issues behind the scenes between you and other hosts of the show?
No.
One, and also the production house, because it seems very, very bizarre to me
Yes.
that they would so easily disperse of the cash cow.
They're a production company, and I'm sure the person that's running it is not just the person there. There are other people that are partners.
Yes.
Maybe they must have sat down. Oh, let him go. You can't control him. He's a wild goose. He's this. He's that. So there was no, to the best of my understanding, there was no issue of any sort. If they had against me not